What if I told you you could live to be 120 and still feel healthy, strong, and full of life? This isn't science fiction, it's not a fairy tale, and it's definitely not wishful thinking. It's a real path, one that stood the test of time. A lot of folks worry about getting old, not because of the number, but because of the weakness, the isolation. They feel their energy slipping away year by year. Their memory isn't what it used to be. And their bodies, well, they just don't bounce back like before. But aging doesn't have to be painful or depressing. It can actually be full of color, joy, and meaning. In this audiobook, I'm going to share with you some ancient practices that can help you live longer and enjoy it too. You'll learn how to keep your mind sharp, your body strong, and your spirit light, even as the years go by. This isn't magic, and it's not just theory. These are simple, practical steps you can start using today. We're going to talk about breathing, eating, moving, your mindset, and how to make every day feel full and alive. Every minute of this audiobook is packed with insights you won't find in your average health book or magazine. So if you're curious about the real secret to staying strong and active all the way to 120, stick with me to the very end. And if you're ready to live your years with joy and purpose, go ahead and tap that like button. Let's get started. People have always dreamed of living a long life, especially a healthy one in their later years. But not every culture has looked at aging the same way. Some saw it as decline. Others saw it as a time of wisdom and inner strength. In the East, especially in places like China and Korea, age was honored as a gift, not a sentence. Elders passed down the secrets of longevity to their students, believing that health came from inner discipline. Their approach was simple. People don't grow old. They stop taking care of themselves, inside and out. At the heart of their philosophy was a deep respect for the rhythm of nature, for the body, and for the breath. They believed that gentle movement, clear thoughts, and deep breathing could fuel a person for many years. And these teachings weren't passed through pills or prescriptions. They were shared through lifestyle, observation, and practice. They didn't rely on manuals. They listened to their bodies and trusted the natural world. To them, longevity wasn't a goal, it was just the natural outcome of living in harmony with oneself. Their wisdom wasn't based on science, it came from thousands of years of watching, learning, and living. And here's the amazing part, so much of what they taught is actually being confirmed by modern medicine today. When we look at these people who lived to be 100 and beyond, we see a calmness, a clarity in their eyes. That's no accident. It's the result of daily choices, lifelong habits, and a deep inner mindset. And now, we're going to look at exactly what gave them that vitality, what kept them going strong for so many years. It all starts with something the East calls qi, your inner life energy. What is it? Where does it come from? And how do you feel it for yourself? That's what we'll explore next. Qi, it's a word everyone in the East knows. And it sounds almost like the breath of life itself. It's your inner power, the energy that flows through you from the day you're born to your very last breath. Qi feeds your organs, clears your mind, and gives your body that feeling of lightness and ease. When your qi flows freely, you feel energized, calm, and confident. But when it's blocked, that's when fatigue shows up. Pain. That sense that life's gotten a little dimmer. In the East, they didn't measure health with lab tests. They looked at how strong and balanced your life energy was. Masters could tell a lot just by watching how you breathe, looking at your skin tone, or noticing the spark in your eyes. They believed that stress, bad habits, and shallow breathing could all drain your qi. But the good news? You can bring it back with movement, breath work, and a peaceful mind. Qi is like a stream inside you. It can be full and flowing, or dry and fading. If we ignore it, the body slowly starts to break down. But if we tune in, learn to feel it, and care for it, our health can return, often in powerful ways. Modern science is now catching up, showing that breath and body awareness truly affect our well-being. Our emotions, thoughts, and daily habits, they either strengthen that inner flow or they weaken it. Eastern practices teach us how to tune into our bodies and work with this energy day by day. But what does Western science say about all this? Is there any proof behind these ancient ideas? That's exactly what we'll talk about next, and you might be surprised by how much evidence there actually is. When science started digging into breathing and meditation, it uncovered some pretty incredible things. Turns out, What people in the East have been doing for centuries really does help the body and mind. Studies have shown that deep breathing lowers blood pressure, slows the heart rate, and reduces stress levels. It activates the parasympathetic nervous system, the one that helps your body rest, recover, and heal. And when you make it a regular habit, it boosts heart health, brain function, and even your immune system. Meditation, once seen as mysterious or out there, is now being studied in hospitals and clinics worldwide. Researchers have found that it eases anxiety, helps people sleep better, and even slows brain aging. Older adults who meditate regularly often keep a sharp mind and a strong memory. Brain scans show that during meditation, the areas linked to calm and balance light up. In other words, we can manually switch on our body's natural healing and recovery systems. Even 10 to 15 minutes a day sends a message to your body. You're safe. You can relax now. Recharge. And when that becomes a habit, not only does your body feel better, your whole outlook starts to shift. You become calmer, more focused. You've got more energy and even more joy. These days, more and more doctors and therapists are adding breathing exercises to their programs for older adults. Why? Because they're simple, effective, and safe no matter your age or health level. So how do you actually learn these techniques? Where do you start if you want to feel a difference today? That's what we'll dive into next. I'll walk you through breathing exercises that anyone can do. Breathing. It's something we all do every day without thinking, but there's real power hidden in it. When you start to breathe on purpose, it can wake up your energy, calm your nerves, and fill your body with life. There's a saying in the East, how you breathe is how you live. Deep breath, deep life. One of the simplest methods? Slow breathing through your nose with a longer exhale. That rhythm helps steady your heartbeat and relaxes both your body and your mind. There's also belly breathing, soft, calm, and without any force. It lets your lungs fill up completely and gives your body a sense of warmth and stability. When you breathe from your belly, you feel more grounded, more confident, and your mind gets clearer. Another way is to hold your breath for just a moment after you inhale. Let that energy pause for a beat. That kind of breathing wakes you up, clears your thoughts, and gives your body a gentle lift without strain. If you do these exercises in the morning, your day starts with lightness and warmth inside. And if you do them in the evening, your body unwinds faster, and your sleep becomes deeper and more restful. None of this takes effort, just a few minutes of quiet and a little attention to yourself. Through breath, we can do more than just reduce stress. We can actually restore energy on a cellular level. Many older adults who start conscious breathing say they feel more alert, more clear-headed, and more alive. But breathing is just the beginning. There's one more key to inner peace and strength, and that's meditation. Next, we'll look at how it can shift not just your thoughts, but your whole life. Meditation isn't a religion. It's not some complicated practice. It's simply a way to spend a few quiet moments with yourself. It helps you hear the stillness inside, especially when the world around you feels loud and rushed. When you sit down, close your eyes, and just breathe, something special happens. Your mind begins to settle, the tension in your body starts to ease, and those racing thoughts slow down. Meditation quiets the inner noise and turns on a feeling of calm and warmth. For older adults, it helps ease anxiety, strengthens memory, and improves sleep. Studies show that even short sessions of meditation can actually change how the brain works, for the better. It lights up areas related to focus, compassion, and inner peace. And when you practice it regularly, it can feel like a light switches on inside you. That light is you, your own inner strength, your life force, just waiting to be awakened. Meditation doesn't make you run away from your thoughts. It helps you see them and let them go without fighting. It builds patience, self-kindness, and the ability to find joy in simple things. And the more you meditate, the less you need from the outside to feel content. You can start with just 3 quiet minutes, just listening to your breath, noticing how your body feels. This simple practice can shift your mood, your habits, and even your health. But here's the thing. Health isn't just in your breath or your mind. It's also in movement. So next, let's talk about gentle physical exercises that are good for every body at every age. Movement is life. But as we get older, that movement needs to be gentle, smooth, and kind to the body. Exercise doesn't have to be intense to be effective. What matters most is doing it with care, with love for your body, seeing it as your ally, not your enemy. Even a simple morning stretch can get your blood flowing and bring your body to life. Slow bends, gentle twists, and easy joint rotations help with flexibility and reduce stiffness. Whether you're standing or sitting, these exercises can strengthen your muscles and help you keep your balance. It's especially important to take care of your neck, shoulders, hips, and legs. They carry most of your weight. Stretching helps release tension, makes you more mobile, and can even ease pain. Just 10 to 15 minutes a day sends your body a clear signal. It's time to wake up and feel good again. Movement supports your heart, delivers oxygen to your brain, and lifts your mood. In older adults, staying active helps prevent falls and leads to better sleep quality. The goal isn't to push yourself. It's to enjoy the movement itself. Go slow. Stay present. Feel every motion. That's when your body starts to respond with gratitude. Little by little, this becomes more than a routine. It becomes a morning ritual you actually look forward to. But remember, movement is just one part of taking care of yourself. Without the right nutrition, the body can't fully repair and recharge. Next, we'll talk about how food can be your medicine and your strongest ally in staying well. Food isn't just fuel. It's what every single cell in your body is made of. As we get older, our bodies need fewer calories, but more nutrition in every bite. It's not about eating more. It's about giving your body what truly nourishes and supports your health. Vegetables, fruits, whole grains, nuts, and legumes offer the nutrients your body needs without overloading it. We need protein to repair, healthy fats for energy, and good carbs to stay alert and energized. Antioxidants protect our cells from aging, and they're found in colorful veggies and berries. Think of them as a shield for your body, guarding your tissues from damage. The best kind of diet is simple, fresh, and prepared with care, and yes, love. And don't forget water. It's essential for keeping your cells clean, hydrated, and renewed. For older adults, it helps to eat smaller meals more often to avoid overwhelming the digestive system. Heavy, greasy, and salty foods tend to drain your energy. It's better to keep meals light and balanced. Food should nourish not just the body, but the soul. It should bring comfort and joy. When you eat mindfully, you naturally feel full sooner and end up eating less. There's a saying in the East, eat half as much, live twice as long. Healthy eating isn't about restriction. It's about caring for yourself like something precious. But how do you actually build a menu that's both healthy and enjoyable? Next, we'll look at some ancient traditions and the recipes they used to stay youthful and strong. In ancient cultures, food wasn't just food. It was medicine, a way to extend life and protect the mind. They paid special attention to foods that kept the body fresh and the mind clear. Warm porridges made from whole grains were seen as the foundation of strength and longevity. Ginger, turmeric, and garlic weren't added just for flavor. They were used to guard the body against aging. These spices warm you from the inside, improve circulation, and boost your immune system. Vegetable broths and light soups nourished the body without weighing it down and kept digestion smooth. Herbs had a special place. They were picked at just the right time and with deep respect. Schisandra, ginseng, ginkgo, all were used to support memory, vitality, and graceful aging. These plants were seen as sacred, not just for their taste, but for their deep healing power. Green tea wasn't just a drink. It was a way to cleanse the body and wake up your energy. And no one rushed through meals. People ate in silence, with gratitude for each ingredient. Eating became a meditative practice, a daily ritual of connection and care. And today, we can bring those same principles into our own lives. You don't need exotic ingredients. Just simple, seasonal food can work real wonders. And when you pair that with mindful breathing, movement, and rest, it becomes a truly healing lifestyle. But even with the best diet, there's one thing that silently speeds up aging, and that's stress. Up next, we'll talk about how stress affects your body and what you can do to manage it. Stress isn't just about feeling grumpy or having a bad day. It's a silent force that wears us down from the inside. When we're constantly worried or anxious, the body stays tense and runs itself into the ground. It thinks we're in danger and flips on the fight or flight switch. In that state, your muscles tighten, your breathing gets shallow, your heart starts to race. Your cortisol levels spike, and with that, your immune system and digestion start to break down. If that goes on too long, it speeds up aging, and your body starts to give out earlier than it should. Your skin suffers, sleep becomes harder, your memory gets fuzzy, and your mood takes a hit. The brain becomes less flexible, and the heart is forced to work overtime. Stress drains your energy, blocks your inner strength, and pulls you away from peace. And the tricky part? Half the time, we don't even realize how much the daily grind is wearing us out. As we age, the body becomes more sensitive and even small worries hit us harder. But here's the good news. Stress can be managed, once you know how. Eastern traditions have been teaching this for thousands of years, how to stay centered, even in tough times. They didn't try to eliminate stress, they taught how to stay calm in the middle of it. We can't change the whole world, but we can change how we respond to it. And next, I'll walk you through some simple, effective techniques that help you deal with stress. These are easy to learn, anyone can do them, and they can help bring back your sense of peace and confidence. You don't need to run off to the mountains or completely change your life to get a handle on stress. All it takes is learning a few simple tools that people have used for centuries to find inner peace. The first one? Breathing. It's always with you, and it's your quickest way to get back in control. If you're feeling anxious, just close your eyes and slow down your breath. Take a gentle inhale through your nose, a soft exhale, then pause for a moment. That alone tells your body, you're safe now. You can relax. After just a few minutes, your thoughts start to settle, and the tension begins to melt away. The second technique is soft meditation. Nothing fancy, no special poses required. Just sit comfortably, feel your body, and follow your breath. Let your thoughts come and go. You're not trying to stop them, just noticing them. With each exhale, let go of the tension. With each inhale, welcome calm. Even 5 minutes a day can shift how you react to the world around you. You'll feel more grounded, and those anxious thoughts will lose their grip. These practices don't require any experience, and they work for any age or fitness level. The key is to do them regularly, like your morning tea or an evening walk. When your body and mind are relaxed, your true strength and clarity begin to shine through. And here's the amazing part. Studies show that a positive mindset can actually extend your life. Next, we'll talk about how positive thinking can become the foundation for long-lasting health and longevity. Our thoughts are like a garden. If we plant kindness, we grow light. If we plant fear, we grow anxiety. Positive thinking isn't about being naive. It's an inner strength that shapes everything in our lives. When someone believes in good things ahead, their body responds with hope and confidence. Research shows that optimists live longer, and they're less likely to suffer from chronic illness. They bounce back faster from setbacks and handle stress and fatigue more easily. Positivity even changes how the brain works. It boosts memory, focus, and your ability to feel joy. That doesn't mean their lives are problem-free. They just see those problems differently. They look for solutions instead of getting stuck in fear or complaints, and that gives them momentum. You can start each day with a simple thought. Today, I'll do one kind thing for myself. Over time, that builds a habit, seeing light even in the small, everyday moments. And that light doesn't just lift your spirit, it supports your health. It improves sleep, digestion, your overall well-being. It becomes an inner medicine, no pills, no side effects. As we grow older, it becomes even more important to keep a sense of gratitude and curiosity about life. And just like a muscle, this can be trained with practice, with awareness, and with intention. But emotions can still feel overwhelming, especially during life's harder chapters. So next, we'll look at how to build emotional resilience, the strength that helps you stay steady through any storm. Because resilience doesn't just protect you, it can actually make you stronger. Emotions are like waves. They rise and fall, but we can learn to float instead of sinking. Emotional resilience is the ability to stay steady, even when life gets tough. It doesn't mean you don't feel sadness or fear. It means you don't lose yourself in the middle of it. When emotions run high, the body tenses up, breathing gets shallow, and the mind gets cloudy. In that state, it's easy to snap, say something you regret, or make a rushed decision. But if you pause, take a breath, and really see what's going on, clarity returns. A resilient person can step back and look at the situation from a wider view. They don't suppress their feelings, they acknowledge them, but they don't let them take over. This lowers blood pressure, supports heart health, and helps keep the immune system strong. Over time, the brain gets better at returning to balance, faster. That makes it easier to make wise choices without panic or pressure. This kind of inner strength becomes especially important as we age, when there are fewer events, but more emotions. Resilience brings a sense of control, even when life is shifting around us. It creates a steady center inside us, stronger than any storm. And like everything else we've talked about, it's built over time through breath, awareness, and self-care. But once you start on that path, you'll notice how your reactions begin to shift. And coming up next, we'll explore how these ancient practices don't just help the mind, they help shape the whole person. They can lead to a deeper transformation, one that begins within and changes everything. Sometimes it feels like everything in life is already set, like it's too late to change, especially as we get older. But it's exactly in those moments that ancient practices can open the door to a new version of yourself. I once knew a man. He was 74, and he truly believed it was too late for anything to change. He was tired all the time, grumpy, often sick, just waiting for things to get worse. But one day, he started doing simple breathing exercises and meditating for just 10 minutes a day. Within a month, he was waking up with a smile instead of that heavy feeling in his chest and head. Then he added a few light exercises and stopped complaining about constant back pain. He began to socialize more, take walks again, laugh, and actually feel alive. 6 months later, his family told me he looks younger, not just in his body, but in his spirit. Stories like his aren't rare. I've seen so many people, worn out by life, come back to themselves. They didn't become someone new, they simply returned to who they really were inside. And these changes didn't come from pills. They came from doing the inner work. Ancient practices helped them rediscover meaning, curiosity, and a deep sense of calm. Most importantly, they started to feel like they were steering their own lives again, not just drifting. And this kind of transformation? It's possible at any age. All it takes is that first step. To make that step solid, we have to learn how to be present in each moment. So next, let's talk about how to practice mindfulness in everyday life. It's a simple way to bring back a sense of joy and control, even in the most ordinary moments. Mindfulness is the ability to be here, right now, not rushing, not lost in thoughts or worries. It's not some fancy technique. It's just a way of living with more awareness. When you wake up in the morning, don't reach for the TV remote. Just take a breath. Let that be your first step into calm and inner clarity. Drink your water slowly. With intention, feel the coolness, the taste. Even something that's simple can bring a spark of joy and help you feel connected to the present. When you eat, just eat. When you walk, just walk. Don't drift into the past or worry about tomorrow. This brings your attention back to your body, your senses, and gives your mind a break from the noise. You start to notice the birds, the smell in the air, the warmth of sunlight, all the little things you used to miss. Even household chores can become mindful, something you experience, not just rush through. And suddenly, your day feels full, even if nothing special happened. Mindfulness lowers stress, improves memory, and makes your thinking clearer. It helps you step outside of emotions instead of being swept away by them, like watching clouds drift by. And day by day, this quiet awareness brings a new feeling. I'm truly living, not just existing. At first, it might feel unfamiliar, but soon it becomes second nature. These small, gentle steps are what build strong foundations inside us. And for your body to support you on this journey, it also needs quality rest. So next, we'll talk about how sleep and recovery directly affect your longevity. Sleep isn't just a break. It's one of the most important things your body does without you even knowing. While we sleep, our cells repair, our immune system gets stronger, and our brain clears out the fatigue of the day. When we don't sleep well, we don't have the energy to think clearly, move easily, or even enjoy life. As we age, sleep often becomes lighter and more interrupted, and that takes a real toll on our health. But the good news is, poor sleep isn't a life sentence. A lot of it depends on how we spend our days. If your day is packed with stress, worry, and rushing around, your body can't just shut off at night. That's why it's so important to prepare for sleep, gently, calmly, without pressure. Evening rituals, like a warm bath or reading a few pages from a favorite book, help your brain shift into rest mode. Soft lighting, light-hearted thoughts, and no heavy conversations, they all help ease the mind. And true rest isn't just about sleeping at night. It's also about the little pauses we take during the day. Even a short break with your eyes closed can be more restoring than an hour spent worrying. Your body notices and responds to those moments of care with energy, calm, and clarity. When we rest well, we have more to give, more strength for movement, connection, and joy. We become more resilient, more steady, and our mood balances naturally, without effort. Nighttime is when the body stores up that vital life force we've been talking about. But even the best night's sleep won't help much if your day starts in chaos. Next, we'll talk about daily rituals, small, simple habits that can keep your energy strong. They're easy to do, but they make your mornings more energized and your evenings more peaceful. Every morning is a new chance to fill yourself with strength, and every evening is a time to recharge. How you start your day often sets the tone for how the whole day unfolds. It's a simple truth, but one that really holds up. So first thing in the morning, don't rush. Give yourself a soft, quiet moment to wake up gently. Start with some deep breaths and light stretching. That doesn't just wake up your muscles, it stirs that inner energy we've been talking about. A glass of water, a smile in the mirror, and a moment of gratitude, they're all part of the ritual. You don't have to get it just right. What matters is doing it mindfully and with kindness toward yourself. These simple acts give you a sense of grounding, calm, and confidence to carry into your day. Throughout the day, take short breaks, close your eyes, take a few deep breaths, and let go for a moment. It brings you back to center, especially when things get busy or you start to feel worn out. And in the evening, instead of loading up your mind, give yourself time to unwind. Soft music, warm tea, a book, or a quiet chat with someone close, these moments restore you. It's like shifting from the outside world back to your inner space to refill, to rest. These rituals send a clear message to your body and mind. It's safe now. You can let go. And the more often you do them, the more you'll notice your energy lasting longer throughout the day. But real, lasting energy doesn't come from the body alone. It also depends on your inner peace. And next, we'll explore how spirituality, not religion, but a deeper connection to meaning and self, supports lasting health and well-being. Health isn't just about the body. It's also about what's happening deep inside us, on the level of the soul. When someone feels empty, anxious, or disconnected from meaning, the body begins to suffer too. Spirituality doesn't have to mean religion or belief in something specific. It's the feeling of being connected to yourself. It's knowing why you wake up in the morning, what matters to you, what you truly believe in. That kind of inner foundation gives you strength, even when the world around you feels uncertain or heavy. People with a strong spiritual core are less likely to fall into despair, and they tend to move through tough times with more ease. They're not chasing happiness out in the world. They find it inside themselves, in peace, in gratitude, in meaning. Simple things, a sunset, kind words, even stillness, become sources of real joy. Spiritual growth helps you find your path and accept aging as a part of the journey, not a loss. With it, fear of the future fades, and you begin to feel a deep sense of clarity and calm. These people radiate warmth and steadiness. They become a source of support not only for themselves, but for those around them. To build that kind of spirituality, we have to learn how to pause, listen to ourselves, and trust life. It's like coming home after a long trip and realizing, yes, this is where I belong. And when the spirit is at peace, the body responds. Pain eases, sleep improves, and energy returns. Spirituality gives life depth. It makes even a quiet day feel full and meaningful. And to let that inner harmony flow freely, we need to understand how energy moves through the body. Next, we'll explore a subtle but powerful topic: the body's energetic meridians. In Eastern wisdom, the body is like a river, and energy is the water that flows through it. These rivers are called meridians, invisible pathways that carry your life force throughout the body. You can't see them like veins or arteries, but their effect can definitely be felt. When energy flows freely, you feel warm, alert, and mentally clear. But when a meridian gets blocked, it's like a clog in a pipe, and that's when pain, fatigue, and imbalance show up. For thousands of years, Eastern healers studied how energy travels through every organ and area of the body. They believed illness didn't start in the organs themselves, but in the disruption of energy flow. And if you restore that flow, the body can often heal itself, gently, without force. Even light pressure on certain points can ease pain or calm the nervous system. This is the basis of acupuncture and other gentle Eastern therapies. Our bodies respond to touch, movement, and attention, and that's how energy comes alive again. Many people feel warmth, release, or calm after just a simple massage. That's a sign that the meridians are opening and energy is flowing the way it should. Caring for yourself in this way isn't just about healing. It's also about preventing illness. It starts with tuning in, learning to listen to where your body needs support. And here's the good news. There's a way to help your energy flow freely, even without needles or a practitioner. Next, we'll explore how to awaken your life force through self-massage. It's a simple but powerful practice you can do on your own, every day, to reconnect with your body's strength. Self-massage is a way to check in with your body, to support it and wake up your inner strength. You don't need training, effort, or special knowledge, just attention and a little kindness. When we gently press on certain areas of the body, energy begins to move more freely. The body responds to touch, almost like it's saying, "Thank you," and begins to activate itself. It's especially helpful to massage the hands, feet, ears, and the back of the neck. They're connected to your whole system. Each touch is like saying, "I see you. I'm here. I care about you." Gentle circular movements over the belly can help digestion and calm the nervous system. Tapping on the chest and shoulders wakes up your energy and shakes off morning sluggishness. Pressing on points behind the knees or on the soles of the feet boosts circulation and relieves fatigue. Done in the evening, this kind of massage helps release tension and prepares the body for rest. In the morning, it energizes you and gives your body a healthy, steady push into the day. With regular practice, your body starts to feel softer, your breath gets deeper, and your movements more fluid. Self-massage isn't just a technique. It's a warm conversation with yourself that leads to healing. It strengthens the connection between body and mind, making you more aware, more calm. This kind of touch reawakens your chi, the inner life force we've talked about before. And to support that energy, it helps to bring in the gifts of nature, herbs, and natural remedies. Next, we'll look at how plants can nourish you from the inside out. These remedies have been used for centuries to support long life and mental clarity at any age. Nature has always generously offered what we need to live longer and feel better along the way. Herbs and natural supplements aren't just a trend, they're part of health traditions all over the world. For centuries, Eastern medicine has leaned on the power of plants to nourish the body and lift the spirit. Ginseng was used to restore energy, while ginkgo helped sharpen memory and mental focus. These remedies work gently, not forcing the body, but supporting it in healing on its own. They don't just target one organ like the heart or liver, they strengthen the entire system. Herbs can ease inflammation, improve sleep, stabilize blood pressure, and support the immune system. But most of all, they bring a sense of inner vitality and clarity, something that's hard to describe, but easy to feel. That said, natural doesn't always mean safe for everyone. If you're thinking about adding herbs or supplements, it's wise to check in with your doctor, especially if you have any health conditions. It also helps to choose herbs and teas based on the season, your mood, and what your body needs most. A warm cup of herbal tea can become part of your daily ritual, a way to slow down and care for yourself. Moments like that help you reconnect with nature and with your own body. As we age, that reminder is especially important. True health starts from the inside. And for herbs to do their best work, the body needs to be well cleansed and hydrated. That's where water comes in, simple, but incredibly powerful. Next, we'll talk about the role of hydration and how water supports youth and vitality. Water isn't just a liquid, it's the foundation of life. Nothing in the body works without it. Every single cell needs water to breathe, to renew itself, and to flush out waste. When we're dehydrated, our blood thickens, metabolism slows down, and the brain tires more easily. Skin gets dull, joints get stiff, digestion slows, and the nerves become tense. As we age, our sense of thirst naturally fades, and we often drink less than our bodies actually need. But the truth is, staying well hydrated becomes even more important as we grow older. Water cleanses the body from the inside, like a gentle wave washing away what's no longer needed. It helps our organs work more efficiently, and it keeps the immune system alert and strong. A warm glass of water in the morning can kickstart digestion, and small sips throughout the day help maintain energy. Even a light headache or that foggy feeling can often be traced back to not drinking enough water. When we're hydrated, the skin glows, the mood lifts, and our thinking clears up. It's like filling yourself with light, bringing your body and mind back into harmony. Hydration is one of the simplest, most powerful tools we have to stay youthful and clear-headed. Drinking water is like telling your body, I care about you. You matter. You deserve to be well. But sometimes, natural methods alone aren't enough, especially when deeper imbalances are involved. That's when ancient healing methods, passed down for generations, can offer powerful support. Next, we'll talk about acupuncture and other traditional approaches to restoring balance in the body. Acupuncture is an ancient way of restoring energy flow in the body, without pills or surgery. There are special points all over the body, each connected to a specific organ or system. When that balance gets thrown off, energy can get stuck, and that's when pain or fatigue starts to show up. Fine, gentle needles placed in the right spots help reopen the flow and guide the energy back where it belongs. Many people feel warmth, tingling, or deep relaxation, signs that the body's inner strength is waking up. Acupuncture isn't just for pain. It also supports sleep, digestion, memory, and overall recovery. It helps the body remember how to be healthy, giving it a gentle nudge in the right direction. This kind of care is especially helpful for older adults because it doesn't strain the body and works at a deeper level. There are other methods too: acupressure, moxibustion, hands-on therapies, herbal medicine. These approaches don't fight illness. They awaken the body's own healing abilities. They don't replace modern medicine, they complement it, creating a more complete and natural path to wellness. Many people say that after a course of treatments, they feel lighter, younger, more at ease. But the biggest gift is this: they start to believe in their own ability to heal. And when you feel like you can help yourself, confidence grows, and a sense of freedom returns. These practices are most effective when they become part of your lifestyle and routine. And when combined with healthy habits, they can deeply improve how the brain functions and how memory holds up over time. Up next, we'll talk about how rituals can support the mind and sharpen your cognitive health. Rituals aren't just habits, they're anchors that keep us grounded in the present moment. They create structure, and structure gives the brain a sense of safety and calm. When your day starts and ends with familiar rhythms, your mind feels more steady and secure. This is especially important as we get older. Daily rituals help keep memory and focus strong. The brain needs repetition. It's how it builds and reinforces connections to stay sharp and alert. When you do something each day with care and intention, it becomes a kind of mental workout. Reading in the morning, sipping tea with gratitude, taking a few breaths before bed, these small acts feed the brain. They lower anxiety, improve concentration, and build emotional self-control. Neurons respond well to this kind of order. It can even help reduce memory loss and mental fog. Older adults who follow a calm, consistent routine often stay mentally clear for much longer. Rituals don't take effort, but they give you a sense of control and confidence each day. Even repeating something simple and pleasant strengthens your brain's wiring and boosts your mood. And when a ritual has meaning behind it, it becomes more than just a habit. It becomes a source of energy. Your brain feels that energy and responds with focus, brightness, and a renewed interest in life. This doesn't just help preserve memory, it keeps you engaged and connected to the world around you. And to take that one step further, it helps to include a few exercises that stretch and challenge your thinking. Next, we'll talk about ways to train your memory and keep your mind active at any age. Just like the body, the brain needs movement to stay alive and active. If we stop giving it new tasks, it gets lazy, and things start to slow down. But even later in life, the brain can be trained gently, but consistently, just like a muscle. When we recall, reflect, and analyze, we spark processes that keep the brain growing and adapting. Reading, solving puzzles, telling stories, these all support memory and mental sharpness. A great exercise? Try recalling what you ate yesterday or who you saw on your walk, and do it with awareness. Even listing what's in your fridge or pantry can train your attention and focus. Conversations are brain training, too, especially when you're sharing thoughts, not just listening. It's not just about taking in information, it's about processing, remembering, and expressing it. The brain loves novelty, and learning something new at any age keeps your neural connections strong. It doesn't have to be hard, just something simple and interesting to wake up your curiosity. Even taking a different route during your walk is enough to stimulate new thinking pathways. These little exercises don't take much time, but they send a powerful message to the brain. I'm alive. I'm engaged. That boost builds confidence and helps you feel more in control of your life. Keeping your mind active is one of the best ways to stay clear and energized, no matter your age. And for many people, one of the most enjoyable ways to keep the mind sharp is through movement with mindfulness. Next, we'll explore meditative movement practices, the kind that strengthen both your body and your mind. Meditative movement is the union of body and mind flowing together in one calm, steady rhythm. Practices like Qigong and Tai Chi come from ancient China and are designed to preserve energy and promote balance. They're built on slow movements, deep breathing, and full awareness of the present moment. When you move slowly, you begin to truly feel each step, each breath, each part of your body. This kind of mindful movement wakes up your inner strength and helps the mind settle down. In Qigong, the movements feel like a silent dance, soft, flowing, and full of meaning. Each motion helps circulate energy and release physical and emotional tension. Tai Chi teaches balance, not just physical balance, but emotional balance, too. These practices are especially helpful for older adults because they're gentle on the body but deeply effective. They support joint health, improve breathing, and engage the mind, sharpening focus and memory. Unlike regular workouts, the brain stays with the movement instead of drifting away. Many people say that after practicing, they feel a deep sense of peace, warmth, and light energy. With time, your body becomes more flexible, and your mind becomes clear and calm. It's not a sport. It's not a competition. It's a way to live each moment in harmony with yourself. And the best part? You can begin at any age, even sitting down or using support. To make it even more powerful, it helps to combine this movement with inner intention and gratitude. So next, let's explore the power of affirmations and gratitude rituals. They not only help preserve your energy, they help you live each day with a warm, open heart. Gratitude isn't just about being polite. It's a powerful source of warmth and life energy. When you feel truly grateful, everything in your body shifts, your breath, your heartbeat, even your mood. Simple morning and evening gratitude rituals can set the tone for a peaceful, joyful day. When you wake up, just say, "Thank you for this day, for my breath, for my life." It moves your mind away from worry and toward a feeling of peace and enoughness. Even when life feels heavy, gratitude reminds us of what's already good, what's still here. At night, think back to just one moment that brought you joy and thank yourself, thank life for it. This ends the day on a note of warmth instead of stress or frustration. Positive affirmations can take that even further, short phrases filled with kindness and strength. They work like seeds planted in the mind, growing confidence and calm over time. Saying something like, "I've got this," can help you feel steady even in hard moments. When we repeat kind words daily, we slowly build a mindset that supports us from within. Over time, it shifts how we respond, how we feel, even how our body reacts. The brain begins to believe those words, and the body follows that quiet inner kindness. These little rituals don't take much time, but they give back a deep sense of steadiness. You can pair them with movement, with breathing, or simply with your morning tea. And to make all of this truly work, to feel whole, it helps to see it as one connected system. Next, we'll talk about how to bring body and spirit together into one powerful flow of health and vitality. Health isn't just a body without pain, it's also a mind without anxiety and a heart without emptiness. Every part we've talked about is just one piece of a much bigger whole. Breath gives us life, movement keeps energy flowing, and thoughts shape our experience. When we eat mindfully, move with joy, and think with gratitude, the whole body comes alive. But if we ignore even one of those elements, the balance starts to slip, and our strength fades quietly. A holistic approach means caring for yourself the way you'd care for someone you deeply love. It means listening to your body, noticing your thoughts, and tuning into what your soul really needs. It doesn't take hours of effort, it just takes attention and honesty with yourself. When your body and spirit are headed in the same direction, life becomes steady and full. You begin to feel like you're in the right place, and each day has meaning. That feeling brings calm and confidence, even when the world around you is changing. Living in alignment with yourself, that's real health. And it has nothing to do with age. This holistic path doesn't have an endpoint. It continues with each morning and every choice you make. The key is to slow down and give yourself permission to walk that path with respect and kindness. Each breath, each movement, each thought becomes part of how you care for yourself as a whole being. And if you're ready to start living this way, the question is, where do you begin? Next, I'll share some simple, practical tips for taking those very first steps. Every change begins small, not with a big plan, but with one simple step. To start living a more holistic life, you don't need to change everything all at once. Just pick one action today that makes you feel cared for. Maybe it's a glass of water in the morning, 5 minutes of quiet, a gentle walk outside. Once that becomes a habit, add something else, some breathing, mindful eating, a little movement. Each new action weaves into your life like a thread, strengthening the fabric from the inside. There's no need to rush. You don't have to be perfect. The goal is to go at your pace. And if something doesn't stick, don't get discouraged. Just begin again, with kindness. Listen to your body. If it's tired, let it rest. If it's asking to move, move. You can keep a wellness journal or share your reflections with someone close. Both help you stay on track. Small wins build confidence. And soon, these new habits start to feel like a natural part of you. Support matters, too. Look for people who want to walk this path alongside you. And don't forget to celebrate yourself for every step forward. You're becoming the best version of you. The point of change isn't to become someone else. It's to come home to who you really are. Over time, you'll feel more energy, more joy, more peace from within. But along the way, doubt might show up. Old fears. Familiar excuses. So next, we'll talk about how to overcome inner barriers and keep going, no matter what. When we're trying to make a change, it's not age or health that gets in the way, it's our own self-doubt. Thoughts like, it's too late, or I can't do this, or that's not for me show up all the time. But those thoughts? They're like shadows. They seem big, but they disappear when you shine a little awareness on them. The goal isn't to fight them. Just notice them gently and ask yourself, is that really true? Most fears about change come from past experiences, from things that didn't work out or felt too hard. But you're not the same person now. You have more knowledge, more support, and a new sense of purpose. You don't have to believe in yourself 100%. You just have to give yourself permission to try. Even one small step forward makes you stronger than you were yesterday, when you were still stuck in doubt. Doubt isn't the enemy, it's a sign that you're stepping outside your comfort zone. You don't overcome doubt by force. You overcome it with action that creates real results. Celebrate every effort, even the small ones. They matter. Surround yourself with examples of people who've changed their lives, no matter their age or fear. Support and inspiration make the path feel warmer, brighter, and much more possible. Every doubt you work through makes you more grounded, more true to yourself. And doubt starts to fade when you act and see that change really is possible. To keep going with joy, it helps to feel supported, not just from within, but from the people around you. Next, we'll talk about how your environment affects your success and how to build a circle of support. When you have support, change doesn't feel so scary. In fact, it becomes something you might even look forward to. Sometimes the words, "I'm with you," or "You've got this," can do more than a whole bottle of pills. Friends, family, like-minded people, they can't walk the path for you, but they can help you stay on it. They remind you why you started, and they believe in you even on days you don't believe in yourself. Talking with someone who's on the journey too makes everything feel lighter and reminds you that you belong. Even something simple, like breathing together or walking with a friend, can turn practice into something joyful. When you share your wins and struggles, the tension lifts and your energy comes back. Support can take many forms, a kind word, a look, a smile, or just someone quietly sitting beside you. It's important to choose people who respect your journey and who don't pull you back into old patterns. Even one caring person by your side can shift your entire outlook. And if you don't have support around you right now, you can find it. There are clubs, communities, meetups, places where people come together with the same hopes. Sometimes a new circle is the beginning of a new life, one where you feel seen and heard. You don't have to walk this road alone. It's easier and much more meaningful when you have others by your side. And you might be surprised how often you become a source of strength for someone else. Mutual support builds confidence and fills the path with meaning, purpose, and joy. But sometimes, it's also helpful to track your progress and see the changes as they unfold. Next, we'll look at how technology can actually support you on this journey to well-being. Ancient practices were born in stillness, but today, modern technology doesn't get in the way. It can actually help. Your smartphone doesn't have to be a distraction. It can be a powerful ally if you use it with intention and care. Breathing apps can guide your rhythm, help you slow down, and ease into a peaceful state. They offer gentle sound cues, little reminders to pause and reconnect with yourself. Fitness trackers monitor steps, heart rate, even sleep quality, helping you better understand your body. And when you see your numbers improving, it brings a real sense of joy and motivation to keep going. Progress becomes something you can actually measure, not just a vague feeling of, I think I'm doing better. Even keeping a wellness journal on your phone can help you notice what's truly working for you. Photos, voice notes, reminders, they all help create a sense of care and consistency. Some apps offer guided meditations, gentle exercises, or nutrition tips. That's especially helpful if you're not sure where to begin, or if you need a little help staying on track. But it's important to remember, technology is a tool, not your main source of energy or inspiration. The real transformation happens within you, where awareness and intention take root. Technology just adds rhythm and ease, like a kind companion walking beside you. And when you combine ancient wisdom with modern tools, the results can go even deeper. But to keep things steady and meaningful, it helps to build a long-term plan for yourself. Next, we'll talk about how to create a personal wellness roadmap, something that supports you for years to come. True wellness isn't a quick burst. It's a road you walk, step by step, every single day. To stay on that path, you don't just need dreams. You need a plan and a clear sense of where you're going. A good plan doesn't box you in. It supports you and helps build lasting confidence. It starts with a simple question. How do I want to feel a month from now? A year? 10 years? That answer gives you direction. Maybe you want more calm, more strength, more clarity, or energy. Then ask yourself, what am I willing to do to get there? Start small. Maybe it's morning breathing, a gratitude ritual at night, or adding more movement to your day. The plan should feel alive, flexible, adjustable, tailored to who you are. Don't overload yourself. Spread new habits out week by week, month by month. That rhythm helps your body and mind absorb the change until the new becomes natural. Planning also keeps you from putting yourself last when life gets busy. Track your steps, mark your wins, even the little ones, and feel the joy of moving forward. When challenges come up, don't quit, just adjust. Flexibility matters more than perfection. Most importantly, remember why you started, and honor everything you've already done for yourself. With this kind of mindset, the path to wellness stops feeling like a task and starts to feel like inspiration. And if you're still wondering whether this really works, just listen to the stories of people who've already walked this road. Up next, I'll share real examples of lives that have been completely transformed. A man once came to me feeling like he was aging faster than he wanted to. He told me he was always tired, forgetful, and had no desire to change anything anymore. So he started small, just 5 minutes of breathing and light movement each morning. A month later, he wrote to me, "For the first time in a long while, I woke up and felt alive." He became more active, more clear-headed, and suddenly wanted to get back into gardening and reconnecting with friends. Another patient of mine struggled with anxiety and sleepless nights for years. I suggested a simple gratitude ritual in the evening and some gentle stretches before bed. Within a few weeks, she felt her body calming down, her mind growing quieter. She smiled more. She told me it felt like there was light inside her again, and peace. Others started with meditative movement and were amazed at how their posture, breathing, and overall energy began to shift. Every story like this is proof. Real change is possible if you simply give yourself a chance. These were everyday people, tired, discouraged, who chose not to give up. Their journeys inspire because they didn't chase perfection, they chose to come back to themselves. They started small and kept going because they felt the difference in their own lives. But for any path to be steady and safe, it helps to walk it with someone who's been there. Next, we'll talk about how having a mentor can change not just your pace, but the depth of your transformation. When someone begins a journey of change, it's natural to wonder, am I even heading in the right direction? That's when it's especially helpful to have someone beside you, someone who's walked the path before and knows where the rough spots are. A mentor isn't there to do the work for you. They're there to guide and support you every step of the way. They can gently help you get back on track when you lose your way, without judgment, without pressure. They remind you to believe in yourself, even when results aren't showing up overnight. A mentor's experience is like having a map. It makes the journey smoother, calmer, and more focused. They've already seen which methods actually help, and which ones drain your energy without real results. I've had students who tried many times to start, but gave up out of doubt or confusion. When a mentor came into their life, they felt, for the first time, that they weren't alone, and that they could do this. A mentor helps not just with guidance, but with their presence, their steadiness, their calm. Sometimes, even a short conversation with someone like that can spark something and bring you back to life. They become a source of grounding and a reminder that real change is possible at any age. And the more open the student is to learning, the faster the results tend to come. Mentorship isn't about dependency, it's about having support at the beginning, so you can walk with confidence on your own. If you found a person like that, treasure them. Their presence makes inner transformation feel gentler, more natural. And when you begin to feel your own strength, you might find yourself becoming a support for others, too. Next, we'll explore how your community, your circle of like-minded people, can make your progress even stronger. Being part of a group of people walking the same path helps you feel one powerful thing: you're not alone. A positive community gives you strength, especially on days when your self-confidence wavers. When you're surrounded by others who are also trying to live mindfully and take care of themselves, everything feels lighter. A group creates a warm space where everyone feels seen, supported, and motivated. Sometimes just one kind word from someone in the group can do more than hours of thinking alone. You see others working through their own challenges, sharing breakthroughs, and inspiring you by example. And suddenly you believe, I can do this too, even if the road seems long or tough. Being part of a group helps you stay focused and reminds you why you started this journey. When you share your results, it builds a sense of accountability and real momentum. And when things don't go perfectly, you don't get judged. You get encouragement and understanding. It's a space where everyone learns from each other, and mistakes are seen as part of the process. Over time, these groups often become more than communities. They feel like a family in spirit. You celebrate each other's wins, share your insights, and grow together. Even after a program ends, many people keep in touch and continue supporting one another. Positive community helps you anchor your new habits and turn them into a real part of your life. But to truly see how far you've come, it helps to know how to track your progress. So next, let's talk about how to recognize and measure the changes that are happening in you. When we start a wellness journey, we naturally wonder, is this actually working? The answer doesn't always show up in numbers. Often, it's in the feelings that begin to show up day by day. The first signs of progress are simple. It's easier to wake up in the morning. Your mind feels clearer. Your body feels calmer. And you still have energy left at the end of the day. Maybe before, you kept putting things off, and now, there's a quiet desire to live and take action. It's important to notice not just the big changes, but the small shifts that used to go unnoticed. Try keeping a simple journal. Write down how you slept, your mood, whether you felt tired or energized. When you look back after a week or a month, you'll see how your state is changing. You can also track your pulse, blood pressure, energy levels, even the depth of your breath. But most important of all is that inner feeling. How close do you feel to yourself and your goals? Tracking progress isn't a race. It's a way to remind yourself you're moving and your journey matters. If you ever feel stuck, go back and read your old notes. You'll probably be surprised how far you've come, even if things aren't perfect yet. And to keep that progress strong, It's key to weave your new habits into your everyday life. Because it's in the middle of real life, not outside of it, where the things we've learned truly show up. Next, let's explore how to blend your wellness practices into daily life without stress. Modern life doesn't always offer us silence, calm, or endless free time. But that's no reason to give up the ancient practices that bring health and clarity. The secret is weaving them into your day, not building your whole day around them. You don't need to escape to the mountains or meditate for hours. Just 5 quiet minutes in the morning can be enough. While the kettle's boiling, you can take a few deep breaths or stretch gently. While you're waiting for the bus, you can silently run through a few words of gratitude. Even slow, mindful breathing can be done standing in line, just by moving a little more slowly and being aware of your body. If your day is stressful, take micro pauses. Close your eyes for a minute and feel yourself come back. At night, instead of turning on the TV, put on some soft music and move with your breath. This way, ancient practices blend right into modern life, without pressure or perfection. And yes, technology can help, not as a distraction, but as a gentle companion on the path. Once these moments become natural, they won't feel like practice anymore. They'll feel like living in a new rhythm. Then, even busy days become a source of strength, not something you just survive. That's when harmony shows up, not just between your scheduled activities, but within every action you take. But even when you're doing all the right things, it's natural to wonder, is this really working? Next, we'll talk about how to work through skepticism and learn to trust the process of change. Everyone feels doubt at some point, especially when results take time and the path feels unfamiliar. Skepticism isn't the enemy, it's a kind of protection, asking, are we sure this is worth the effort? Don't fight your doubts, look at them honestly. Ask the deeper questions. What am I afraid of? What's holding me back from just trying? A lot of people don't trust simple things because we've been conditioned to look for complex fixes and quick promises. But simplicity takes patience. It asks us to slow down and pay attention, and that's not always easy in today's world. I've seen some of the most skeptical people become the most dedicated once they gave themselves a real chance. One man told me, I didn't believe in meditation or breathing until I finally started sleeping through the night. Belief grows through experience, when your body responds and your mind begins to settle. Sometimes, the best thing you can do is try, not because you believe, but because you're curious. Even after a week of consistent practice, you'll start to notice small shifts, more energy, less tension, a bit more peace. Those little shifts speak louder than any book or lecture ever could. Skepticism fades not through argument, but through action. When your heart feels the difference, belief follows. Give yourself time. Be gentle with yourself. And you might just be surprised at how your faith returns. And to keep that trust strong over the long term, it's important to build on what you've already achieved. Next, we'll talk about how to preserve your results and keep them going for years to come. Once you start seeing the first results, the next question naturally comes up. How do I hold on to this? Starting is one thing, but keeping what you've worked so carefully to build? That's the real challenge. The secret is to stay on the path, even when things feel steady and under control. Health and clarity aren't destinations, they're ongoing processes that need gentle, consistent attention. The goal isn't to fall back into old habits, but to keep weaving new ones, step by step, into daily life. If you've begun your mornings with breathing, let that become an anchor, like brushing your teeth. If gratitude has become part of your evenings, hold on to it, even on the harder days. Consistency isn't about being strict, it's about rhythm. And rhythm protects your progress and supports your body. It also helps to regularly reflect on your journey. What's working? What feels ready to evolve? That way, you're always growing, even if the steps are small. When you commit to the long road, you stop rushing and start enjoying the process itself. You'll notice your body becoming more responsive, your spirit calmer and more grounded. So when life around you shifts, inside, you remain steady, quietly strong. Over time, you don't lose yourself, you discover deeper parts of who you are. And the beauty is, this journey can continue at any age, in any place, at your own pace. Now, it's time to take a breath and look at just how far you've already come. You've traveled a long way and heard dozens of simple, powerful ideas about health and longevity. We talked about breath, movement, food, sleep, gratitude, and awareness. Each of these on its own can make a difference, but together, they create something truly extraordinary. This isn't just theory. It's a living, time-tested path that works, no matter your age or background. The most important thing you take with you is this: you have the power to shape your well-being. Your health isn't a string of random events, it's a reflection of your attention and care, day by day. If you start small and keep going with consistency, your body and soul will respond with gratitude. Your breath will deepen. Your mind will quiet. Your movements will soften. Your thoughts will clear. These practices don't require a perfect life, just a desire to live with more care and a little more love for yourself. Be patient. Be gentle. Don't rush. Just walk your path, feeling each step. You already know more than you did. Now it's time to live it. Start with whatever feels easiest, maybe a peaceful morning or an evening closed with gratitude. And 1 month from now, when you look back, you'll be amazed at how much has changed just because you began. Don't compare yourself to others. Your journey is yours alone, and every step is a victory. And remember, everything you need to live long, clearly, and with purpose is already inside you. If this audiobook was helpful for you, go ahead and give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you don't mind, leave a comment below. Let me know, what's the first step you want to take on your path to longevity? Be kind to yourself, take your time, and move at your own pace. You're doing just fine. See you in the next episode.